I'm here with artist Graeme Patterson, and we're looking today at his work, The Deer. Graeme, you've told me that that piece was really the product of an experience of living in isolation on a prairie farm south of Assiniboia. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
I grew up in Saskatoon, so I'm, I guess, a city boy, and living out in Woodrow for, I guess it would have been 3 years, was really my first experience with being out in a rural, I guess, environment for a certain amount of time, but also by myself. There was a point in my experience when I would come across, say, 13 deer in the backyard looking through the kitchen window, and we would kind of have a standoff, and totally unique experience for me. Or there'd be coyotes or owls, or the odd cow coming through the yard. But in essence, when I was finishing this body of work called Woodrow, I realized that there was a piece that was missing, and that is the deer, and it's basically the deer is that element of nature, something that's always been there, something that will always be there, kind of thing.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a different working method as far as your work as a sculptor, as opposed to traditional materials like bronze or ceramic. Can you describe how you went about making the deer?
Well, my practice is very based on, I guess, stop motion animation, so building sets and puppets, and a big part of that is there's an immediacy to the way I make things, because it allows me to play, and the part of the process of making my animations is play. And so making the deer, instead of doing stop motion animation, I felt it would have been best created using robotics for the viewer. That the fact that it is very physical, and you can actually see these 3D lights, and because the lights in the eyes and the way the heads move, it's so much more effective in a physical form. But I've had a little bit of experience using electronics and robotics, not that much though. But part of the way I work is very DIY, do it yourself, find bits of pieces of things that have been always laying around that I wanted to play with, and just kind of put them together best I know how, and figure it out as I make it. And so really the deer piece is one of the first robotic pieces that I made that I pushed myself. I tried my hardest to do what I kind of really could at the time, and I felt it's a success. I feel that's a successful piece in that it actually works.